The legal struggle between Johnny Depp and Amber Heard appears to have no conclusion in sight. As the struggle has progressed, more and more people have been summoned, either as witnesses or to submit evidence that has yet to be revealed. Any evidence can be relevant at this point in the case to prove which side of the case is correct or incorrect. Given that Johnny Depp and his legal team look to be ahead in this struggle, people following the case are unsure what will happen next, especially since James Franco is scheduled to testify. Johnny Depp has been requested to leave from the upcoming Fantastic Beasts 3 after losing his high-profile libel action against the publisher of The Sun tabloid over a 2018 piece that portrayed him as a wife-beater. After weeks of speculation over who would take Depp's position, Danish actor Mads Mikkelsen was formally announced as Depp's successor in November. Depp has strenuously rejected the allegations of abuse, but in March 2021, he was denied permission to appeal the court's decision once again. The first hearing was full and fair, according to the Court of Appeals, and the trial judge provided substantial explanations for his conclusions that have not been demonstrated even conceivably to be validated by any mistake of approach or conclusion. Winona Ryder from 1989 to 1993, Kate Moss 1994 to 1998, and Vanessa Paradis were among Depp's prior girlfriends 1998 to 2012. However, he began dating Heard shortly after meeting her on the production of 2009's The Rum Diary. Between 2008 and 2012, Heard was in a 4-year relationship with the photographer and painter, Tassia Van Ree. Here's all you need to know about their rocky relationship, so stick with us till the end of the video. Depp met Heard on the filming of The Rum Diary in 2009. In The Rum Diary, Depp played Paul Kemp, a journalist who accepts a position in Puerto Rico based on Hunter S. Thompson's novel of the same name. Thompson was a real-life buddy and admirer of Depp's. Heard portrayed Chennault, a lady engaged to another man, who Kemp falls in love with the moment he meets her. In 2011, Heard told Vogue, "It was excruciating to work with Johnny. It was much better than I had anticipated, which is saying a lot." By early 2012, Depp and Heard started dating. Well, Heard stated in court document that she and Depp began dating around the end of 2011 or the beginning of 2012. After 14 years of dating, Depp and longtime companion Vanessa Paradis formally announced their split in 2012. Depp and Paradis had 2 children, Lily Rose, born in 1999, and John Christopher, born in 2004. Heard and his partner Tassia Van Ree broke up at the same time. Heard was arrested in 2009 at Seattle-Tacoma International Airport in Washington on an allegation of violently abusing his then-girlfriend Van Ree, according to USA Today. After Heard reportedly grabbed and struck Van Ree's arm, the two got into an argument. However, all charges were dismissed, with Van Ree claiming that Heard was wrongfully implicated by officers who misinterpreted and sensationalized the event. Heard was photographed sporting an engagement ring in 2014 and a video interview with the Daily Mail. Depp seemed to confirm the engagement after talking about wedding plans and pointing out that he was wearing a chick's ring on his finger. Isn't it most likely a dead giveaway? It's not subtle at all, according to Depp. Now, we all know Depp and Heard married in a private ceremony in 2015. They married in a very secret ceremony at their home in Los Angeles after several years of dating, according to People. Depp and Heard later broke Australia's biosecurity regulations by failing to disclose their dogs, Yorkshire Terriers, when they landed in the nation later that year. They collaborated on an apologetic video. In 2016, Heard filed for divorce from Depp and accused him of physical abuse. Heard filed for divorce from Depp on May 23, 2016, and also secured a temporary restraining order against the Oscar nominee. She said Depp had physically abused her during their relationship, and that it happened most often while he was high on drugs or alcohol. Anyways, like and subscribe to the channel and comment "done" to get a free shout out. Let's jump into the topic. She said that an incident had just occurred in which Depp hurled his phone at her, leaving her with a damaged face when she filed for divorce. However, a police official informed People that no crime had been committed after an inquiry after the domestic incident radio call. Heard was attempting to gain a premature financial resolution by alleging abuse, according to Depp, who refuted the allegations through his agents. On August 16, 2016, an out-of-court settlement of $7 million was reached. Heard testified under oath in a deposition, but when she withdrew her request for a domestic violence restraining order, a settlement was struck. She also revoked her $50,000 per month spousal support request. Depp and Heard also issued a joint statement which reads in part, "Our relationship was passionate and tumultuous at times, but it was always based on love. For the sake of financial advantage, neither party has made false claims. There was never any purpose of bodily or mental harm," the statement added. According to People, Heard got $7 million from the divorce and donated it to charity. In 2017, the divorce was finalized. The divorce between Depp and Heard was finalized a year after Heard filed. Heard maintained the dogs that were at the center of the 2015 issue in Australia when the pair neglected to report the animals. Meanwhile, Depp kept exclusive ownership of all of his assets, including his own island in the Bahamas and his antique vehicle and motorbike collection. According to The Hollywood Reporter, the settlement included a non-disparagement agreement prohibiting either side from speaking negatively about the high-profile romance and breakup. Heard said she was mistreated in an op-ed for the Washington Post in December 2018. Heard penned an op-ed for the Washington Post in which she discussed how women in domestic abuse cases are treated. "I became a public figure representing domestic violence, and I faced the full power of our culture's hatred for women who speak up," she said in the op-ed. Depp's name was never mentioned in the film. Depp sued Heard for defamation over the WAPO piece in 2019 and was awarded $50 million. Heard is not a victim of domestic abuse, she is a perpetrator, according to the complaint, which also denies that Depp ever beat her. Instead, the complaint claimed that Heard's claims were part of an elaborate ruse to garner favorable publicity for her. The op-ed was based on the core assumption that Miss Heard was a domestic abuse victim and that Mr. Depp conducted domestic violence against her, Depp's attorneys claimed. Heard documented many incidents of alleged abuse throughout their marriage and referred to Depp as the monster in a court filing that tried to dismiss Depp's defamation claim, according to Variety. Heard said that wounds from an incident in which Depp reportedly slammed her through a ping pong table and dragged her through the shattered glass were still visible on her arms and feet. Amber Heard's current relationship status is unknown. What is Amber Heard's current location? Heard has been dating cinematographer Bianca Booty since January 2020, although she decided to conceive a kid on her own a long time ago and is glad to be Onog's single legal mom. In the United States, the case is still pending. Heard admits to striking Depp in phone recordings revealed in 2020. The Daily Mail received phone records, which were made public in January. Heard admitting to striking Depp in these tapes has been overheard saying, "I'm sorry I didn't slap you across the face as a good slap would have done, but I was hitting you, not pounding you. You haven't been punched, babe." Meanwhile, on the audio, Depp says, "Last night, I left. I swear to you, I couldn't stand the thought of more physicality, more physical violence on one another. It would have been effing bad if we had persisted. And sweetheart, I've already told you this, I'm terrified that we're in the middle of an effing crime scene right now," Depp went on. Heard's response was, "I can't agree that I won't become violent with you again. I effing occasionally lose it because I'm so angry." The 3-week libel trial began on July 7, 2020. Depp went to court against News Group Newspapers, the publisher of The Sun, after they dubbed him a wife abuser in a 2018 piece on Depp and Heard's previous marriage. Depp filed a libel suit against the publisher and The Sun's executive editor Dan Wooten. Depp was refused permission to appeal the High Court judgment by the Court of Appeals in London in March 2021 for the second time. Depp and his attorneys applied to the Court of Appeals in London, the country's second highest court, for permission to appeal the High Court's decision that he attacked his ex-wife Amber Heard. Depp's motion was dismissed by the Court of Appeal, which stated that the first hearing was full and fair, and that the trial judge provided extensive explanations for his judgments that have not been demonstrated even plausibly to be vitiated by any error of method or mistake of law. During the application hearing, Depp's attorneys claimed that they did not get a fair trial and provided new evidence, alleging that Amber Heard lied about donating her whole $7 million divorce settlement to charity. According to The Guardian, Depp's lawyer Andrew Caldecott, QC, told the court that Heard's contribution allegation was a planned and manipulative deception that turned the scales against Mr. Depp from the very beginning. The court's refusal of Depp's attempt to appeal was pleased, but not surprising, according to a spokeswoman for Heard's side. The spokesman told The Guardian, "The evidence given in the UK case was overwhelming and unambiguous. Now we want to know what will happen next. Let us know in the comments below and subscribe to our channel to watch more fantastic videos like this in the future. Until next time."